evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Texas Governor Greg Abbott wrapped up a visit to East Texas this evening.
The governor was in Nacogdoches to endorse Joanne Shofner, who is challenging sitting state rep Travis Clardy in the March 5th Republican primary. KLTV's Tyree White was at the event.
I am here today because I know that Joanne Shofner represents the values of East Texas.
Governor Greg Abbott and state representative candidate Joanne Shofner drew a crowd today in support of Shofner's campaign and to hear the governor endorse Shofner for the 2024 election.
And I wanted to make it clear to all of District 11 and Nacogdoches, Texas, that I support and endorse Joanne Shofner to be your next state representative.
Shofner supporter Jason Rogers says after hearing Abbott stand behind Shofner, he believes this upcoming election will be exciting.
It's pretty neat to see him just come in and support somebody who's outside of the system, you know, someone who's non-incumbent, someone who's not entrenched in our current politics.
Nacogdoches Mayor Randy Johnson praised Shofner for sharing his belief in being honest and doing what is right,
which is why I have publicly endorsed her.
Governor Greg Abbott spoke to the crowd about protecting the Texas border,
To secure our border.
gender choice in schools,
We will not use your taxpayer dollars to teach gender modification.
and school vouchers falling short last year.
There was no additional money, no teacher pay raises. The STAR test is still in place. If you want to get all those things and school choice, vote for this young woman.
Shofner says she's hopeful going into the election now that Governor Abbott has shown his support.
So grateful and humbled that he came here to support our campaign and to support East Texas.
Tyree White, KLTV 7 News.